Hey guys, it's Joe Gibbs again with the Boulder Home Source team at RE/MAX Alliance here in Boulder, Colorado. And today I'm going to talk about what to do if you get a lower than expected offer on your home. Here are 3 key things that we look at when we get a lower offer on one of our listings. The first thing I tell all my sellers when we get a lower than expected offer is to stay logical and positive. Remember, they might just be trying to negotiate and get a lower price. We can't fault them for that. If they're acting in good faith, it's important that we try to move forward. It might be easy to get upset or angry with the buyer for submitting a low offer, but sometimes what I tell my clients is they submitted an offer. They're the ones that actually did the work and are trying to come to some type of agreement on the negotiation table. We didn't get mad at those other 20 people that saw the house and didn't submit an offer. Let's try to move forward with these people. Here are the ways I might try to do that. The first thing I try to consider is most people use a really basic negotiation strategy when submitting an offer. Let's say your home is listed for $800,000 and you get an offer for $700,000. Well, most of the time, what that buyer is saying is that they're trying to meet you in the middle, which would be $750,000. So I try to tell my seller, let's use that as a starting point and see if the numbers make sense. What I'll do with my sellers is take a look at the comparables, take a look at the current microdynamics, and see if we can justify the price that we're at. Or maybe there's a little bit lower price that we might be comfortable with offering back to the buyer. It's important that we're on top of the market dynamics and the comparables so that we can justify our price when we go back to the buyer with a counteroffer. This leads me into the second thing that I tell all my sellers almost every single time. Always submit a counter. Even if you have to submit a counter at full price, just submit something to try and keep the negotiations going forward. Remember, this buyer does want to buy your home, and if we can work out the price and terms that work for you, it's best we do that. The third and final thing that I'll talk about with all my sellers when we're considering or negotiating a lower offer is how do we make the terms more attractive to us? These can include things like a post-closing occupancy agreement, or maybe a short closing period, or maybe less objections to the contract, or an as-is or no inspection objections. There's plenty of ways that we can overcome price by doing other things that might make sense for your situation. Another way we can make a buyer's lower than acceptable offer more attractive to you is by diving into their financial situation. A lot of buyers are trying to apply for a simple 20% down loan to buy your house. This means that they might be capped out on the amount of cash that they can bring to the closing table. We can look at seller concessions where we can keep the purchase price up and maybe give them back some money at closing. This is a more delicate process and definitely takes a little bit higher level of sophistication. It's important you're using a listing agent that knows how to talk to a buyer's lender to find out what they can financially qualify for and what incentives might help them to qualify for more. Nobody anticipates getting a lower than acceptable offer on their home. But it's important to remember that our goal is to sell your house at the best possible terms for you. It's important that you're prepped with these strategies so that you're prepared for when this type of situation might happen. Using an experienced agent on my team can help guide you through these pitfalls. Remember, it's super important to stay logical and positive when you get a lower than acceptable offer on your home. Again, my name is Joe Gibbs with the Boulder Home Source team at RE/MAX Alliance. And if you have questions about how we might sell your home, give us a call. We're happy to help.